So basically, we're living in a hologram, and there's a secret agency literally out there to brainwash everybody in America, because America is convinced that they're going to dominate the whole world. And if you don't think that's an issue, you are the issue. You're welcome. So let's get into it. Okay, so if you haven't watched Unacknowledged and the Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind, starring Dr. Greer, I think you should totally do it, because it gives you a lot of insight. And then there's also a whole bunch of shows on Netflix that kind of expose the government's need to market, and literally all of this AI stuff is another way that they're trying to control us. So, as if the propaganda and everything else and the killing and blaming it on others wasn't enough, they're still going. So I think this needs to really be something that people actually start paying attention to. If not only for our sakes, but like for everybody that you love in the future, and their families after that, and their families after that. Otherwise, there probably won't be one. They are using scare tactics all over media. And not to mention, the media is literally ran by the same couple of families that have ran it for ever. So like, if that's not a red flag to you, like, I don't know what would be. Like, hello, it's waving. Anyway, so basically they're gonna try to scare us into thinking that, like, thinking for yourself is bad, and you're gonna get sidelined by everybody that you love, which, I mean, it probably does. In my experience, it has happened. Do I regret any of it? Absolutely not, because I think for myself, I do things for myself and for others, and I would rather live my way than live only to benefit myself. Does that make sense? Cash wanted to join, so let's get him a moment of appreciation.
Look at this, you fight!
They've done it with the wars that we've been fighting for how long, that you really need to watch the documentary. But they basically framed people. There was this one incident in, I think they said Vietnam or Cuba, probably both, where they staged us being attacked just to get America mad enough to be like, yes, we should go to war. And so there's people working against peace, really, just so that they can make money and they get all the glory for being the strong ones. Which you need therapy. And so I feel like the whole point here is the fact that we were brainwashed from, like, very, very young. And not only us, but the generations before us were also brainwashed in different ways. But right now, it's like, it's suffocating, the brainwashing techniques and the psychological warfare that America is literally using on its people. Literally using on its people to try to control them, because thinking for yourself is a threat to the government. So, now that we know that fact, I think it's very important to acknowledge the traumas that we are holding on to as a society, as a person, whatever you've endured in your whole life. It's really important to look at that and let go of all the hate and all of the things keeping you stuck in that brainwash. We can break out of the brainwash by looking at these deeper parts of ourselves and asking ourselves if that's even how we really resonate with it anymore. Think like therapy. Usually the times where we're holding on to times of being hurt is because we never really got it out of our bodies, and it's just kind of sitting in there, right? So then when they bring all of this fear tactic into mainstream media, and you're seeing it nonstop. You're like, oh, remember that time that I got hurt by this person and now they're gonna do it? No, that's not cool. So fight for America. And I really hope that some people see the issue with this. But according to the documentary, only 1% of people actually need to change their minds and conscious thinking in order for change to occur. And I mean, that's really hopeful. But also, I want to we cannot change as a human civilization until we stop hating each other and wanting to fight each other. Like, that is the main thing. Think about it. In all of the history textbooks, in all of the different countries and places that there ever fucking was, blood and fighting and war and killing are not the ways to advance our civilization. And that's why aliens won't come down and like be like, look, this is what it is, because we've killed a lot of them. Like, they can't even make it down, so they have to pop in through different dimensions because we be shooting them down and shit. Like, ma'am, chill the fuck out. Where's your fucking Xanax, bro? We were taught to fear the unknown, so that's why a lot of people don't understand the whole pronoun thing and, you know, people having a lot of freedom in expressing their sexuality and just their traumas. And some people will see that and be like, damn, she just has a lot of issues. But that's because you're not looking at the issues that you have in the mirror, honey. And that's what it is. So if we just were able to empathize with ourselves, we would be able to empathize with others, right? And then that's, I think, what the aliens and archangels and everybody really want for us, so that we could actually start moving forward. Because if you think about it, we haven't grown as a civilization in years, bro. Like, we're just doing the same thing, repeating the same fucking cycles, and it's just gonna get worse on us because we're monsters. So, not to just end that on a bad note or anything, but it really does come down to us and like what we choose to do next. And I really recommend you guys watching those documentaries. I will make sure I list them below. Also, Gaia is a subscription service where you can watch a whole bunch of different videos and even documentaries on there about how to expand consciousness. It shows you how to meditate. I totally recommend if you're having issues and you'd like some people to like help you out through that, but you don't want to like go spend the money for like a shaman or whatever. Guy is only like $10 a month, bro. What else? It really does start with us, so I hope that this gave some people some insight, and I love you guys, wish you the best, and see you next week.